crowd. Early start. They got
That's my whole postgame right up.
Great. Great win for us. Obviously, we had some guys that really battled through some. Fran was hurt. We played with one guard, really. Fran was hurt. He was banged up, cramps. And so, we were reinventing ourselves once again. But we did it. We did what we wanted to do. We came out, we got the ball inside. That was our emphasis from the other day. And we guarded better early. I thought we faded at the end. I don't know if the fatigue, obviously we're playing guys way too many minutes, but that's the situation we put in. We got 3 guards sitting on the sideline next to each other over there. Not a good recipe, but it's a situation we're in, and I don't think anybody else in the country has that situation, but we fought through it. The guys did, and obviously I thought we had some great performances. I just thought Chuck was really good. I thought Eddie was really good, and I thought our defense and rebounding was obviously really good until really those last couple minutes, and we just looked like we were dead fatigue-wise, and we didn't really have a lot of options to go with, put guys in, but we got it done. Offensively, did some good things, made our free throws, which we've been working on a lot, and just proud of our guys fought through discomfort. I mean, it's you got to fight through discomfort in this league, in this season, in this. And we did. These guys really did fight through it. So I was really impressed. Fran gave us everything he had, given the situation. We needed him, given it. And Damien just, we played him the whole second half, and that's too much. Thought the play for the long pass, I didn't think it'd be open, but Damien threw it, and it worked again. He likes throwing that pass, and that kind of gave us some breathing room, and I thought that was huge for us. We made some mistakes, but we'll learn from a lot of young guys out there.
What were your thoughts when Eddie headed to the line with 19 seconds to go?
Well, he's gotten better and better from the free throw line from where he was. Obviously, we got a nice bounce on the one, but they got a few nice bounces earlier in the game too. So, and then the next one was all net. But I mean, in my mind, we had him in there for offense, for free throw shooting, and given our number of guys that we had to put in, he's one of our best free throw shooters. So, I felt as comfortable with him as anybody, and I thought he was really good with some defensive stuff. We talked about a possession in the second half where he guarded ball screen 3 different times, then rotated and guarded a 3-point shooter, and that's the kind of effort that we need, and that can't go unnoticed.
Coach, just given
speaking of that, you guys got to the line 23 times, I think shot 77, 78%.
Yeah.
Just in general, is that something you guys can build on, just with where your free throws?
Well, it's been a battle, and it's something we really emphasize. And went on in our stretch of getting a little better offensively, the 2 games, Oklahoma, LSU, before we kind of had to reinvent ourselves again. Right before the last game, getting the ball inside is what we have to do. Paint touches is the phrase we use. We've been doing it all year. We've been emphasizing it. It's still not where we want to be, but it got there in those 2 games, and that's why we're so efficient offensively. Got back to it here today. Last game we took half our shots with 3s. That was everybody talking about it was our shot selection, our offense, but our defense obviously let us down. But this game we had just good enough defense. The rebounding, obviously, which we had to win. I think it was 18 at one point, but we had to get to the free throw line more. And I don't have the exact numbers. I didn't have the thing, so we got our goal in that, as far as that area on the free throw. So we got a lot of goals today. Still, the turnovers were too high. Something that we have to manage and do better. But again, this is a team that really relies on turnovers. They're going to get out rebounded generally because they try to get their possessions from turnovers.
Coach, this team still hasn't lost 2 games in a row this year. In your mind, what does that speak to about the resiliency of these guys?
Yeah, well, we haven't lost many. I know we were 16-5. I mean, it was. We used every cliche in the book the last 48 hours. I mean, respond and opportunity and recover and it was a light practice obviously on Monday or Sunday, I guess it was, and then Monday. So. We had to respond. It was obviously a disappointing loss, and obviously, getting down a guy and down 3 guys, really, if you really put it all together, and we found a way to respond. So I thought it was a great sign. I thought the focus, the preparation was good. Still could have played better. We've got things to work on to get better at, and we can and we will. Yeah, the preparation was good. So I think that's the main thing we want to get across was what we did Sunday was good. They came in ready. We worked on some defense, did a little bit of movement and defensive drills, and then we had a good practice yesterday in the short version because I think we had eight guys and 2 walk-ons out there. So, and we're about on the verge of playing one of our walk-ons too. So we're at that point.
Were you had time to prepare that Mike wasn't going to play?
Well, we didn't know he was going to play, so he was out there for. I thought he was playing yesterday and the day before. So I don't know how that fits your story, but maybe just messed it up.
Well,
but.
no. Well, as opposed to the other day, you found out like 45 minutes before.
Yeah, we will. We played a game without him, so we had that, and we could look at what we didn't do, and had a starting point, I guess, to do that. So, but again, the biggest emphasis on us was I was so disappointed. We'll find guys shots. If guys are going to play more minutes, they'll get more shots. We'll get points from those guys. It was the defense as well as, and one of the things I really talked about, and I don't know if I emphasized it enough. I've certainly emphasized it to our guys a lot. Mike's so much better defensive player than he was last year. And I think we lost more in defense than offense. I mean, obviously he's his other guys are going to get some shots, and his percentages we can make up for that. And but defensively, he's been really good for us defensively, and that's been a great improvement for us. And that's why I thought we lost more than anything. And that's what I explained to our guys. Everybody thought it was going to be about how we going to get shots. It wasn't that. It was about guarding. And I thought today we did a better job of that and rebounding.
Coach Isaac likely is one of the more tenured guys in this league. Just what made him so hard to stop tonight?
I think we're playing. Fatigue as I mentioned, and we're playing not to foul because we're our numbers wise. And I think he just kind of, I hate to use it because he's such a good player. Backed us down, I guess would be the best way. But he got in the paint, and I think we're afraid to be physical with him on those drives, and that's I think what it was. So we got a lot of guys that are playing more minutes than they ever have, and when I say a lot of guys, I would say all of them, and especially on the perimeter, and I think that's really where it comes from.
Coach, how big was it to get more noticeable transition buckets today?
Yeah, we got some. I thought Damien did a good job at advancing it. We've got to cut down his turnovers, but he really had some passes against the press. And again, it wasn't as aggressive a press but just I think he threw ahead a lot, and we really emphasized just throwing ahead and getting into our offense rather than backing it and walking it up or backing it down. And anytime a guy was open to throw ahead, Eddie's, Xavier, they're pretty good decision makers. Yes, they got to get better. Xavier's pretty good. E-Man, I should say, and Jacoby's going to get better and better. So we need to be able to advance it to those guys, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that today with using our other guys to initiate our offense. And I thought that was a big. I'm glad you brought that up.
Coach, how much confidence do you think it gives the team knowing they can go out and beat a good team like Oklahoma State without Mike tonight?
I think it says something. I mean, I think he was so quick, and I told him I just didn't get the message across. We thought it was going to be how what we came up with offensively, and I had 45 minutes, I guess, to get it across, or not even that, because warming up and stuff. So I think they found out how to do it, and I think that's the biggest thing, and it kind of. It's been something we've been emphasizing, and we took a step backwards against Kansas State, but we got it refocused, and I think did a really good job. We got the ball inside early, and that's and that was huge. And then we got inside to Xavier, we got inside to Eddie, we got inside to Emmanuel, we got inside to Micah, and those are the things that we wanted to do. So, I would have thought we shot a little better percentage-wise, but. 47 is pretty good, given that we're not a great shooting team. We know that, but we took good shots, and we got 14 offensive rebounds off those good shots. So other than the turnovers, I mean, we have some bizarre turnovers. The back of the ball screen in the back, 1 to 2 seconds left. I mean, we just somehow got to cut down those ones. And then the 3 to start the second half. But I think hopefully I got the message across that we're going to win with defense no matter what. So it doesn't matter who's out. We have to win that way.
Jay, you guys are at the midway point of Big 12 play at 5-4. Is this everything still in front of you, and are you pretty pleased with? You know, I know.
They're working hard. They're great kids. I love the group. You know, these are the guys who were out at they did a Special Olympics event last night that was voluntary, and I went over there and they were all there. The ones that weren't hurt. Chuck was sick. That's the other thing. Chuck didn't practice yesterday, so he was sick. So he was. I'm just talking about Fran's obviously been banged up, had cramps. So they were all. These are the things that we had. With a number of them, almost all of them, maybe one, and the two that were sick that weren't supposed to be there weren't there, but they all went there voluntarily, and so, you know, that kind of that's important to me. So I'm happy I have this group. I'm very excited about them. I love this group. I love the team, and I think our fans love this group. I think crowd's been great. We've let them down a few times, but we're going to keep battling.
Coach, after Eddie picked up that double technical, it looked like you had a couple words with him. What was your message to him in that moment?
I didn't see it, so it wasn't any words about that. It was really the next play going forward. So, I mean, I'll come up with something if you want.
No, we're good.
I didn't see it. You know, I didn't even address it, to be honest with you, because I think it was about the next play.
Gotcha.
The next play.
On the turnovers, Coach, do you think offensively, do you think they're just overthinking too much?
No, it ain't the overthinking. It's just, you know, a pace. Again, we played a team that's what their thing is. They don't rebound great. They cause turnovers. That's their thing. So there's going to be a little higher number. You know, we had 22 last game against them. So, you know, we should have had a couple less. I mean, you can't. I didn't think it was. I'll watch it again. The back screen, like I said, the one, but the three to start the half were, and OBs. I mean, we've been working on OBs. We talked about it, and we turned over a couple. I mean, I don't know how we turned over the one we were throwing it into Fran. He's 2 feet away from it. We throw it out of bounds. You know, kick it off his foot. So those are things we got to cut down. But we say 12, 10 in that vicinity. It's a little high. Right now, but we are heading in the right direction.
Anything else we got?